The Jupiter Boys, you know you got it. Is it recording?
Hello, everybody.
You know
Welcome
you
to the
gotta-
Jupiter Boys. We used to do those separately. Now they're just like one thing, which
just
actually
merged.
saves me a good deal of editing. So
And it saves time of the listener having to listen to this.
we're two
show.
boys. We're two boys. We're from the planet Jupiter. We talk about things.
Yeah, we get together,
Each of us brings a topic. We talk about it for 10 minutes.
and
There's
I bring Nabisco cookies things.
Nabisco's cookies things.
Yep.
Can you just pull your microphone cord? Because I'm afraid it's going to snap. There you go.
Okay. Can we edit this part out?
No.
Okay. Which side of the coin of truth do you want?
I'll take the yellow side.
It's the yellow.
Look at that.
I mean, it even bounced off my leg, so it's
Quickly remembering what my topic was. Quickly. I had it.
with grace.
I've got it.
Yes. After another nice ASMR sip
Yep.
from the Jupiter Boys.
This has been another ASMR sip with the Jupiter Boys.
Brought to you by Pepsi.
Pepsi has nothing to do with this.
Pepsi, Blue Lightning, ride the Gatorade.
Oh, we're too intoxicated for this shit. You just spilled water all over your front.
Anti-ASMR.
Yeah. So, my topic
Yes.
that I was thinking of. We've talked about scariest horror movies
Yep.
and scariest horror villains and all that stuff. But I was thinking of like every now and then a director taps into something that's like sort of a new type of horror, new
Right.
type of thriller. And a good example, and the one that you love to talk about ad nauseum, is that sexually transmitted curse movie.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It Follows.
It Follows.
Great movie.
Yeah, you love that movie.
Great soundtrack, great
horny,
atmosphere.
You're horny
I'm horny
for that movie.
I'm horny for that one. Yeah. It's a
So-
Halloween. It's an October classic.
And it's just like that kind of idea of like a new type of horror, one that it's like actually I found that The Ring had a similar type of.
I didn't really find that one scary though.
I didn't either, but like I appreciated the concept of it.
Right.
That you watch a videotape and it curses you.
Oh no, I never watched The Ring. I watched The Grudge.
Oh, The Grudge is like subpar to The Ring.
I didn't watch
is,
The Ring.
The Ring is quite good actually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good like.
It's a good horror.
It's a very
yeah.
bizarre horror movie,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of the cool thing about it.
Yeah.
But so I was like wondering like what are some new kinds of like horror concepts that we can come up with?
Okay.
And like I actually came up with like a couple just to sort of like give you an example.
Okay.
So like I'm thinking of like a kind of monster. By the way, you may hear rain in the background, which will be some more ASMR for all you asthma.
For you rain
asthmarites.
heads. I think that's
So-
what they're like to be called. Rain heads.
Well, ASMR artists are called ASMR artists because
Yeah,
like
that makes
it's-
sense.
Yeah, it's just like why would you say RR twice?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of like a monster or some sort of creature. Okay,
Yeah.
it disguises itself as a child. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like it's like a young child,
Like, Are You My Mummy?
sort of, but it hangs out on like playgrounds or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and slowly turns your children evil.
Okay.
Like
I
it's
like
it,
this.
it itself is not like never actually commits any crimes.
No.
But it's able to like have an influence on children, and it like turns like the entire town of children
That's a good idea.
into like psychopaths.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because like I don't think in some of these like kid movies where the kid is actually like a demon or whatever.
Right.
The kid usually ends up being a little bit good in the end because the kid tries to fight back against its,
Right, yeah.
its inner self. So I think that's a good concept to like have this kid who just influences people to do evil things. But like it's happened all his life. Like this creature doesn't know.
Another thing
That'd be cool.
Another thing I was thinking of would be like a creature that I don't know, like it was sort of just like because you know me, because Jib's naughty bits.
Yeah.
I always think of like a sexy thing, and like It Follows was like on my mind as I was thinking of this.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of like some sort of creature that can like sense like what you're sexually attracted to, and like
Mimic it?
And well, yeah, and like use that as bait, like
Yeah.
use that as a lure
Oh, that's
to like
cool.
pull you into like whatever it's going to do.
You know,
to
like
you.
in the horror movies, when the people have sex, they're usually going to die.
Yeah. So like it kind of follows the classic horror convention.
Yeah,
right?
and like it'd be cool to like have a couple scenes where like this, or maybe like the guy's really into a threesome, and like it disguises or it influences this other woman, or like his friend,
or like
whatever.
it just like
Yeah.
it creates a hallucination in his
Yeah,
mind of like
or his like
this
best
threesome.
friend and his girlfriend. Like imagine if it knows like that his like ideal threesome is with his girlfriend and his best friend, like
because he's like a little bit gay.
yeah, no, but like his best I mean,
Oh, best
either
female friend.
either you know.
Oh, you were you were
yeah.
talking about a female friend.
Whoa, that's some horror atmosphere.
Whoa, that's thunder, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's the spooky. It's the spooky noise.
It's a spooky night tonight.
It is. So
I can't wait to. I was thinking today also, like as I was thinking of this topic, I can't wait to do our next Halloween special because we're gonna do it in the dark.
Yeah, we are.
We have to from now on.
Yeah, and we're gonna get spoopy. I'm gonna think of like a topic a couple weeks ahead.
Yeah.
So my idea for a horror movie is like something, because they haven't done really explored social media enough. Like they haven't really. They've done like
They've
the
done it.
bullying, and they've done like certain things that's like truth or dare online version, where it's
Right.
like, you know, like
Well, did you ever see there was like a I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a little online short film where like a person dies, but then they're like still communicating with the like they're like somebody like you know like the person dies, right? And it's like
Yeah.
the in memoriam Facebook page or whatever. And so messages the page and is like, I really miss you or whatever, you know, like and like they direct message it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm missing you right now. And it's just like, I miss you too. And then like suddenly they're talking to the person like from beyond the grave.
yeah,
I've
that's
seen that.
that's a cool idea. But I mean, like, imagine if like this social media is just like, I don't know, how would it kill them? Like that's where I'm trying to like.
Well, it could just create bullying posts about you, like
Yeah.
just spontaneously,
True.
just like everybody hates you.
The
in
real
world.
world, like what happens in real life, you know, like because that definitely happens.
Yeah.
And
awful.
just to kind of like a note on that, the Star Wars fan base is
The
trash.
worst. Yeah.
They're scum.
Wow.
And
You heard it here first, folks.
she didn't deserve it. So, you know, Rose was a pretty good character, and y'all are salty.
I don't know this thing yet, so I'm sure that's a bit of a spoiler.
No, Rose is. You just know the character's named Rose. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Another idea for a new kind of horror movie, a new kind of horror scenario.
Okay. You're in the woods
Yes.
and you're completely by yourself and you're walking. It's like sort of late at night. You're like walking like down this path between like let's say your school and your house. You've stayed late.
Yep.
And you're on your way home, and it's dead silent. You can hear like some crickets and whatever, but then you just hear just suddenly a rustling in the woods. Okay, and you're like fuck, and you immediately freeze and you're like holy fuck, is somebody in the woods?
Yeah.
And you start walking faster and you hear another rustle. And you're like, fuck. So you start to walk faster, and it's like getting closer and closer, and then it comes out on the trail in front of you, and it's a squirrel. And you're
Okay.
like, oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, thank God. It's just a squirrel. And then the squirrel turns on you, because it's like a rabid psycho, like ghost serial killer squirrel.
Okay.
And
Sounds like a comedy that you've come up with.
well, I think it would be very funny, but also like if you did it right, I think it could be scary enough. Like I honestly do think that
This
like
is the bunny rabbit from Monty Python.
Sort of.
describe-
sort of the whatever. I can't remember what they called it. It's like the Beast of Elmore or something like that. But
It like rips out a
but
guy's
what
throat.
about a movie where okay, so it's sort of like The Happening.
Yeah.
Where like suddenly trees kill people.
Yeah,
Like all
suddenly-
plants kill
It's
people.
like wind too. Something to do with the wind.
No, it's passed on the wind. It's
Oh,
like that's how they
okay.
communicate between them.
Right.
And I haven't even seen the movie, and I know that. Like,
You've
that's-
seen it. We watched it in theaters together.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. You didn't go.
I didn't go to that.
You didn't go. You didn't experience that in the movie theater.
I was not there. But so it's like The Happening, but with like just animals in the wild. Like suddenly they all turn like rabid and psychotic.
Cool. That's
like,
Pet Cemetery. Like,
is it?
Well, I mean, Pet Cemetery is like
they
the
come back to
haunted
dead, right?
pets, but like I think that's like Cujo or like sometimes like
Sort of, yeah.
some of the Stephen King's,
But like
was,
just like every animal all at once.
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Just an all-out war between because like we're done. Like people in Africa,
super
done.
Super done.
Although
Like,
some people
well,
would just like
think
know
about-
how to survive.
It's
They
like
just
Hitchcock like had something when he was thinking about the birds. Like if a fuck ton of fucking birds attacks you, you're done.
Yeah, you're
like,
done.
Sorry, they fly.
you know, and people in Africa would be just toast. Like just lions.
Australia would
Elephants.
be a bloodbath. Australia would be a goddamn bloodbath.
Especially if like bugs are involved. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah, every animal, man.
Fucking hell.
Oh Jesus
We've
Christ!
come across
it's like the worst zombie infection ever.
All right, I'm writing that screenplay.
All right, do it, please. I will. I'll be an executive producer and rake in the big bucks.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your topic there.
Be an
big
EP.
guy.
So what's up? What's up with your eyes?
I don't know. There's something like
Yeah,
in my
I know.
in my eye hole.
I know. I feel that. So mine is actually a bit of Quinn's naughty bits.
What?
Yeah.
This is the first time this has ever happened.
I think I've come to you with a sexy topic before, but it was a long time ago.
They're pretty rare, man.
They're pretty rare.
To be fair, I throw a big portion of the genitalia around
It's
in this
very
in
true.
this pairing.
Yeah. There's
It's
a lot more
with-
boners on
my,
your side.
With my glasses off, like my microphone is extremely clear, and you are a faint blur. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. It's like
I rarely
flash
see
of lightning
you.
right there.
I rarely see you without your glasses, so it's kind of weird. Your eyes look weird and small.
See, I actually I find my like face like devilishly handsome without glasses. I'm like every time I take off my glasses in the mirror, I'm like, God damn, you were a good looking man.
You definitely are. So my naughty bits is I touched on this last episode, but you ignored it, which is like 90% of our jokes. I just like drop gold, and you're like. So, anyways,
it's funny because like I'll hear that later as I'm editing it. I'm like, yeah, it was warranted. That wasn't going anywhere.
So my idea is sex Olympics.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
an event where all the best sexual athletes from each country are chosen, and they're going to represent their country in a sex Olympics
Now I
that's
have a question.
televised.
Now I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think that the better sex Olympians from our society
Yes.
would be strippers, porn
Ooh.
stars,
Oh,
or escorts, like prostitutes?
I think they'd be I do think they'd be escorts, to be honest.
You think?
Yeah, I think because.
But I think that there's a sort of a performative aspect
That's true.
of sex Olympics.
But you also got to entertain. You know, if you're the best at sex.
Well, if it's about entertainment, then it's definitely
some
the
of the
porn stars.
events. Some of the events could be
Okay,
for
so
some of them
give
could
me
be.
give me a sampling of events.
Okay, so we got the bonathon, the 400-meter bonathon, the 500-meter bonathon, but it could be like 400 minutes bonathon.
See, I think it would be better if it was 400 meters, but the meters were measured in the length of the dude's cock. So for every thrust, it counted as like 6 inches, 8 inches, whatever it is.
Oh, I like that.
It's advantageous to have a big old dick because
you
you're
could-
going to get it done in less thrusts. But at the same
like
time,
that.
you can play the strategy move where you have a short cock guy
Right.
who just
Yes.
does a wider variety.
Just a
He
bunny
has,
rabbit.
He has a longer program,
Yeah,
right?
and he's a bunny rabbit. He's just going all
It's
day.
not
He's like that Duracell.
It's not a
bunny.
race. It's a performance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's judged
Yeah.
by a panel of international judges.
Exactly.
I think another one would be like
Sex stunts, like Wet and Wild sex stunts. Like,
see like that would be so open and like it would eventually just get so perverted with like toys and costumes.
Yeah.
Like it's like any kind of stunt, like
It's
there'd
true,
be like
just-
fireworks like shooting out of vaginas and stuff. And it would just be like so like garbage. See, like I
Yeah.
think it would be better if it was like sex gymnastics, where like
Ooh,
there's
yes.
certain moves that you have to stick to, and you like do a program. Like it's like across the board. Like
Imagine
you're, like
if, like-
flipping and like writhing.
imagine if it was like also like people like did flips and like had it so lubed and like they knew how to land right So then, like, she just flips, like, she does like
Just
6
lands
flips,
perfect.
lands perfect on there, and because it's like so lubed, and because she's so ready, like she's been training all her life for this, it's like she knows how to fall on the weight enough so that it doesn't like rip something.
Okay.
Because like that's a risk if somebody's doing a flip on your
I was
dick.
just about to say, like, when somebody beefs it in Sex Olympics, it's bad. It's real bad. The anal event is not pretty when somebody beefs it.
No.
If somebody beefs it in anal, ooh, and like, there could be, like,
oh my god!
there could be
cut
like
the feed,
show.
cut the
There
feed.
could be show bondage, like where like you like do like a specific form of bondage, but you're like timed. Like you have like 5 minutes to do
Oh,
like
that's
a crazy
cool.
good like
I like that.
bondage set.
Yeah.
Or
also, like they could be like timed stuff events. Like
there could be like, okay, so there could be distance jizzing, so like who can jizz the farthest, and there could be like quantity jizzing, so like who could jizz the most.
and women can participate in that too, because if they're squirters or if they like know how to do that.
I think there'd be like a women's event.
Squirting, yeah.
Definitely there'd be like a women's event.
Yeah.
I don't think you can compare it, because like, what do you measure by, weight or volume? If it's by weight, then the men might win because it's more
No, I'm talking
viscous.
about like the distance.
Oh, okay, yeah, distance.
like-
but like, if distance, women are gonna win every time. Like
Yeah.
the squirting is like can be violent.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a dude jizz 8 feet across a room.
No.
Although, like when Kinsey was doing his study, like apparently there was like he lined up a bunch of dudes on a line and like told them to jerk it, and like they measured how far it could go, and some dudes like could jizz real far, like 7-8 feet.
Nice.
So like if there was an Olympics, we would find out the maximum jizz length potential.
Yeah, and do you think it would be better to have your athlete be super muscular, super manly, or to just be like normal body size, but just like a freak, like just so sexually talented?
Well, I think
every partner they've had is like, they're like, that's
First
the
of all-
best lay I've ever
First
had.
of all, I think it would be separated. Like different people would do different events, just like the Olympics today.
Yes.
You know, Usain Bolt doesn't do high jump because
No.
he's not a high jumper. He's a
Exactly.
sprinter, right? So I think you'd have dudes that were just really good at jizzing really far. You'd have dudes that are really good at jizzing a lot. Like they eat like a diet specifically tailored, like scientifically
Yes.
done.
Grapefruit
to, like, just
and-
put out the maximum amount of jizz. Grapefruit's for flavor. If it's just for like, I mean, like
That's
maybe
right.
maybe that's an element of the judging.
Oh yeah,
Maybe like a judge takes a little
the
spoon and he's just like, yes, there's elements of oak,
Yes,
bleach.
It's very earthy. That's what I'm gonna say.
A little watery for my taste.
Well, that was a burn by the judge. Let's see how the
it's a bad bake, Mary.
Oh, the contestant is crying. Isn't that a shame?
Did you catch my great British Bake Off reference? It's a
yeah.
bad bake, Mary.
Yes.
Mary.
Bad bake berry. Mary.
Don't eat that, Mary.
Don't eat it.
So there's that, and then like I think there would also be okay.
Ooh, what
here-
about like prettiest, like most beautiful, like moving hunt, like just like
a purely based on like it's like almost like ballet of sex.
and people are like just like sobbing in the audience. Like it's just like that's like the grand event, like the end event that ends the Olympics.
Here's one that I was thinking of. What if it was like a lady with a team of 10 dudes and vice versa, but like getting them off as quickly as possible. Now for like women, you have to make them squirt.
What if they did it like getting
they
them
ha-
off
so they have
and
to
then
be
like
squirters.
tapping somebody else? Like you'd have
Yeah,
a team.
it's like it's the relay.
Yeah,
it's the
it's the relay.
getting off relay, and each of them have to come. And it's like
You could
how
put
fast,
running in there.
How fast that lady has. Well, she doesn't even have to run.
No.
Like they could just have them lined up so that she just goes boom, 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 boom. You know, like maybe she like throws her mouth on there real
yeah.
quick, throws her butt on there real quick. It's like, but like she
Yeah.
has to do like at least one anal, at least one vaginal, at least one oral. So like
Ooh.
she like just like pounds it out, and like these dudes are like they're like getting ready, like they're like right on the edge, like so, like they're just like they're keeping it right on the edge until she.
Oh,
it's her turn.
I think it would be
From Flaccid.
no. I think it has to be like the dude. Well, not from Flaccid, but like, you can be hard, but you can't fucking jerk it before she gets
But
you.
like,
up.
how do you stay hard and like not jerk it at all?
Right,
You
that's
gotta
true,
like
eh?
you gotta have like a little bit of both, right? So like I figured like
Unless you have like Viagra or something, you know.
well yeah, but you still have to
Still
jerk
have
it
to
a
get
little
hard.
bit, like
Yeah,
to
you
get it hard.
yeah.
So like I feel like they would have to like keep themselves right on the edge, and so she would just basically like touch them to set them off. But it would be like it would
You have
be
to do-
about skill, right?
Yeah, because the guy has to hold it, to make sure he doesn't blow his load
It's
early.
Like, it's a team event. It's such a team event. And like porn stars would definitely dominate that game.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to, right?
They'd
Because
have
like
to.
they're like the best ones in the world at like controlling this shit.
Yeah. Like they know when to.
The pros do.
Yeah. But, what about like most most loving sex act? Like the one that's like
How
has
do
the
you
most
prove that? How
mutual
do you
respect
prove-
though.
how do you- But how do you judge that?
Like you each do everything the same way, and like everything's so fair and equitable.
Synchronized fucking.
Yeah, synchronized fucking is good.
Yeah.
Oh, synchronized fucking where like people are fucking and then
two
they like
couples like have to do it like exactly
Yeah,
simultaneously.
or like 4 or 5. Yo, imagine a 4 or 5 like couples doing the same positions at the same time and then like flipping into the other position
and like perfectly set to music.
Yeah.
Man, that would be goddamn beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't there the Sex Olympics?
Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me is my favorite event.
It doesn't have to be such a trashy song, and that's the end of the topic.
That's the only one I could think of. It was the only song I could think
Cheese
of.
pie, cherry pie. That's the other song I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And then Tchaikovsky's Waltz of the Sugar Plum Fairies. Dun, 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 dun. So, fun fact, that's open source because it's so old that there's no copyright on it anymore.
Dope.
So anybody can use it. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
We don't know why you do, but we're sure happy you are.
You've made some bad life choices,
But you're here with us now, and
but
that's,
we're happy about it.
Yeah.
Happy about those life choices. They're happy about the life choices.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Drive a Lincoln.
Fucking Lincoln commercials. Thank you to Christo Graham for these for our theme music.
Christo, just want to say one thing right now. All right, all right, all right.
All right. Thank you, Quinn.
I don't know who this Quinn is, but you can buy
Thank you, Matthew.
merchandise at a Red Velvet store. Link is in the description. You know,
Yeah, it's in the show notes.
Yes.
Including Double the Damon merchandise. Matthew,
Double that, Damon.
Were you ever in a movie with Matt the other Matt?
I might have been, but I was probably so high on cocaine I can't remember it right now.
All right. Please don't sue us, Matthew McConaughey. If you don't want to pay money for things to support us, you can also do so by liking, rating, reviewing, or subscribing to the show. You can also just tell a friend.
Yeah.
Just tell the person next to you, just say, hey, listen to the Jupiter Boys, or I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Probably get a lot of confused looks.
Shoot those nuts.
Straight down those confused gullets.
That's a pretty good.
Is it good? I think I'm too close, but I might have to back it up a little bit. Is that?
This fucker does this all the time.
There's an unpleasant noise, so I'm gonna try to drown it out with some nice soothing whale sounds. Never done my whale calls.
It's almost done.
Oh fuck. You know what hell is? It's this over and over again. So this on a loop. It's the Jupiter Boys on a loop. Yeah, these guys, they just adjust their microphone really loudly in the middle of the Because like many times we just like bonk, 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 bonk. What dolphin shark?